The Dodgers received shocking news that has sent shockwaves throughout the entire baseball world. Ben Wartvet, the talented catcher who has been working closely with Shohei Ohtani, has officially signed a massive 6-year contract with the organization. This unexpected announcement came during a special press conference held at Dodger Stadium yesterday afternoon. The length and commitment of this deal have surprised many analysts who didn't anticipate such a significant investment in a backup catcher. But the Dodgers clearly have bigger plans for Rortvedt, and those plans are directly connected to their two-way superstar. But that's not all. Immediately following the press conference, Rortvedt participated in his first official practice session with the Dodgers' 3 starting pitchers. What happened during that practice has become the talk of the entire organization. The chemistry displayed between Rortvedt and the pitching staff exceeded everyone's expectations and confirmed why the front office was willing to commit 6 years to this young catcher. However, the most emotional moment of the day occurred when Shohei Ohtani arrived at the stadium and spotted his new teammate for the first time since the contract signing. According to multiple eyewitnesses, Ohtani rushed across the field and gave Ben Wartvet a tight embrace that lasted several seconds. The genuine affection and excitement displayed by the normally reserved Japanese superstar shocked everyone present. What makes this relationship so special? Why is Ohtani so invested in Rortvedt's success with the team? Adding even more intrigue to this developing story, Ohtani personally chose a jersey number for his former teammate, a gesture that carries deep significance in baseball culture. Meanwhile, official confirmation has been received regarding Shohei Ohtani's return to pitching duties, and surprisingly, Dalton Rushing has been designated as a reserve player. This decision has raised countless questions about the team's catching depth chart and future plans. When reporters gathered in the main conference room at Dodger Stadium yesterday, the atmosphere was filled with anticipation. Team president Andrew Friedman and manager Dave Roberts stood at the podium alongside Ben Wartvet, who was wearing a Dodgers jersey for the first time in an official capacity. Friedman stepped forward to make the stunning announcement that would change the trajectory of the franchise's catching situation for years to come. Friedman revealed that the Dodgers have signed Ben Wartvet to a 6-year contract worth a substantial guaranteed amount. While the exact financial details were not immediately disclosed, sources close to the negotiations suggest the deal includes performance incentives and bonuses tied specifically to his work with Shohei Ohtani and other pitchers on the staff. This contract length for a player primarily expected to serve in a backup role has stunned baseball analysts across the country. The team president explained that this decision was made after extensive evaluation of Rortvet's skills, his potential for growth, and most importantly, his exceptional compatibility with Shohei Ohtani. Friedman emphasized that in today's game, having a catcher who can maximize a superstar pitcher's performance is worth far more than traditional metrics might suggest. He compared the signing to other teams that have employed personal catchers for their ace pitchers, noting that the Dodgers are simply taking this concept to the next level. Manager Dave Roberts then took the microphone and provided additional context for the historic signing. Roberts revealed that over the past month, the coaching staff had been carefully monitoring the developing relationship between Rortvet and Ohtani during rehabilitation sessions and bullpen work. The results were so impressive that the organization felt compelled to secure Rortvet's services for the long term rather than risk losing him to another team in the future. Roberts explained that Rortvet brings a unique combination of skills that perfectly complement Ohtani's pitching style. His ability to frame pitches, his quick release on potential base stealers, and most importantly, his willingness to study and adapt to Ohtani's preferences made him an invaluable asset. The manager stated that investing in this partnership now could pay dividends for years to come as Ohtani continues his historic two-way career. Ben Wartvet himself then addressed the media with visible emotion and gratitude. The young catcher admitted that he never expected to receive such a significant commitment from an organization of the Dodgers' caliber. Rortvet thanked the front office for their faith in him and specifically mentioned Shohei Ohtani for being so welcoming and collaborative during their early work together. He promised to dedicate himself completely to helping the pitching staff succeed and to being the best teammate possible. When asked about the pressure of being Ohtani's personal catcher, Rortvet smiled and said that he views it as the opportunity of a lifetime rather than a burden. He described Ohtani as incredibly easy to work with, highly intelligent about pitch sequencing, and remarkably considerate of his catcher's input and suggestions. Rortvedt expressed excitement about learning from one of the greatest players in baseball history and contributing to the team's championship aspirations. Immediately following the press conference, Ben Wartvet made his way to the practice field for his first official workout with the Dodgers' starting pitching rotation. The coaching staff had arranged for him to catch bullpen sessions with three of the team's most important starters, allowing him to begin building relationships and understanding each pitcher's unique characteristics and preferences. According to witnesses present during the practice session, Rortvedt demonstrated remarkable professionalism and preparation. Before each pitcher began throwing, he spent several minutes in conversation, asking questions about their preferred pitch sequences, discussing sign systems, and establishing communication protocols. This attention to detail impressed both the pitchers and the coaching staff observing from nearby. The first pitcher Rortvedt worked with was one of the Dodgers' veteran starters, who later told reporters that he was genuinely impressed by the young catcher's knowledge and approach. The pitcher revealed that Rortvedt had clearly done his homework, having studied video of previous starts and prepared specific questions about situations where the pitcher felt uncomfortable or unsure about pitch selection. This level of preparation for a first practice session exceeded everyone's expectations. The second bullpen session showcased Rortvedt's technical skills behind the plate. His receiving ability, particularly his subtle framing techniques that can turn borderline pitches into strikes, caught the attention of pitching coach Mark Prior. Prior was observed nodding approvingly as Rortvedt consistently presented pitches in the most favorable way possible for the home plate umpire's perspective. These small details can have enormous impact over the course of a full season. The third and final session of the day featured another key member of the starting rotation, and it was during this workout that Rortvedt truly demonstrated why the Dodgers invested 6 years in his future. The pitcher was struggling slightly with his slider command, and Rortvedt immediately recognized the issue. He called timeout, walked to the mound, and engaged in a detailed conversation about arm slot and release point. After making a subtle adjustment, the pitcher's slider suddenly started breaking sharply and consistently. This kind of real-time problem-solving ability is exactly what the Dodgers were hoping to see. Manager Dave Roberts, who observed the entire practice session, spoke enthusiastically about what he witnessed. Roberts said that Rortvedt's performance exceeded even the high expectations that led to the contract offer. The manager emphasized that the young catcher has a gift for communication and a genuine passion for the technical aspects of pitch calling and game management. Roberts predicted that Rortvedt would develop into one of the most valuable catchers in baseball, even if his offensive statistics don't always reflect his true worth to the team. However, the most emotional and talked-about moment of the entire day occurred when Shohei Ohtani arrived at the stadium following the completion of his morning workout routine. Ohtani had been informed about the successful contract signing but had not yet seen Rortvedt since the deal became official. Multiple eyewitnesses captured what happened next. According to players and staff members present, Ohtani entered the practice facility and immediately spotted Ben Wartvet across the field. The Japanese superstar's face broke into a huge smile, and without any hesitation, he began walking quickly toward his new teammate. Wartvet turned and saw Ohtani approaching, and the two men met near the batting cage in full view of dozens of people. What happened next surprised everyone who witnessed it. Shohei Ohtani, known for his reserved and professional demeanor, grabbed Ben Wartvet in a tight embrace that lasted several seconds. Witnesses reported that Ohtani was clearly expressing genuine happiness and excitement about having Wartvet officially join the team on a long-term basis. The hug was not a brief, polite gesture but rather a sincere display of affection and appreciation between two athletes who have developed a strong bond. Mookie Betts, who observed the interaction from nearby, later told reporters that he had never seen Ohtani display such open emotion toward a teammate. Betts said that the moment revealed just how important Rortvedt has become to Ohtani in a relatively short period of time. The veteran outfielder added that when your best player is that enthusiastic about a teammate, it sends a powerful message to the entire organization about that person's value. Freddie Freeman also commented on the embrace between Ohtani and Rortvedt. Freeman explained that in his many years of professional baseball, He has learned that chemistry between pitcher and catcher can make the difference between good performance and greatness. Seeing Ohtani so genuinely happy about Rortvedt signing confirmed for Freeman that the front office had made an excellent decision, regardless of what critics might say about the contract length. Following the emotional reunion, Ohtani and Rortvedt were seen walking together toward the clubhouse, deep in conversation. According to sources who were nearby, Ohtani was discussing something specific about jersey numbers, gesturing animatedly as he explained something to his new teammate. This conversation would soon lead to another surprising and meaningful gesture. Later that afternoon, Ben Wartvet emerged from the clubhouse wearing a Dodgers jersey with a number that immediately caught everyone's attention. The number he was wearing had been specifically chosen by Shohei Ohtani himself, and the significance of this gesture was not lost on anyone familiar with baseball traditions and Japanese culture. According to team personnel, Ohtani had approached Rortvedt privately and suggested a specific jersey number that held special meaning. While the exact number has not been publicly confirmed yet, sources indicate that it relates to either a significant date in Ohtani's career or a number worn by someone who influenced his development as a player. By choosing this number for Rortvedt, Ohtani was essentially welcoming him into a select group of people he considers truly important to his baseball journey. Rortvedt was visibly moved by the gesture and told teammates that he was honored to wear a number selected personally by Ohtani. The young catcher understood that this was Ohtani's way of showing trust, respect, and confidence in their partnership. Rortvedt vowed to live up to the significance of that number and to prove himself worthy of Ohtani's faith in him. Meanwhile, amidst all the excitement surrounding Rortvedt's signing and his developing relationship with Ohtani, the Dodgers made another significant announcement regarding their roster plans. Manager Dave Roberts officially confirmed that Shohei Ohtani's return to regular pitching duties has been finalized and will begin in the upcoming series. The medical staff has cleared Ohtani for full pitching responsibilities without restrictions. Roberts revealed that the team has established a detailed plan for managing Ohtani's workload as both a hitter and a pitcher. The schedule will allow Ohtani to start on the mound every sixth day while continuing to serve as the designated hitter in games when he's not pitching. This arrangement will maximize his value to the team while minimizing the risk of overuse or injury. The manager also addressed questions about the catching situation now that Rortvedt has been signed to such a significant contract. Roberts confirmed that Ben Wartvet will serve as Ohtani's primary catcher whenever the Japanese star takes the mound. This arrangement has been discussed extensively with Will Smith, the team's regular starting catcher, who has been completely professional and supportive of the decision. However, the most surprising part of Roberts' announcement concerned Dalton Rushing, the highly touted catching prospect who many expected to receive significant playing time this season. Roberts revealed that Rushing has been designated as a reserve player and will primarily serve in a developmental role, getting occasional starts to continue his progression but not being part of the regular rotation. This decision has raised eyebrows throughout the organization and among fans who were excited about Rushing's potential. Roberts explained that the move was necessary to accommodate the new reality created by Rortvet's signing and his specific role as Ohtani's personal catcher. With Will Smith handling the majority of regular catching duties and Rortvet working with Ohtani, there simply aren't enough at-bats and playing time to keep Rushing in a prominent role while ensuring his development continues properly. The manager emphasized that this decision is not a reflection on Rushing's abilities or potential. Roberts made it clear that the organization still believes strongly in Rushing's future and that this reserve role is temporary. The team plans to reassess the situation throughout the season and will look for opportunities to get Rushing more playing time, possibly through occasional starts or even a temporary assignment to the minor leagues where he can play every day. Dalton Rushing himself addressed the media briefly and handled the disappointing news with remarkable maturity and professionalism. The young catcher stated that while he had hoped for more playing time, he understands the business side of baseball and respects the organization's decisions. Rushing emphasized that he will use this time to continue learning from veterans like Will Smith and Ben Wartvet, studying the game, and preparing himself for when his opportunity comes. Several veteran players have privately expressed admiration for how Rushing has handled this difficult situation. Freddie Freeman mentioned that the young catcher's attitude and response demonstrate exactly the kind of character that eventually leads to success in this game. Freeman predicted that Rushing's time will come and that the lessons he learns during this reserve period will make him a better player in the long run. As the Dodgers prepare for their upcoming games with all these new dynamics in place, the entire organization is buzzing with anticipation. The 6-year commitment to Ben Wartvet signals the team's serious investment in maximizing Shohei Ohtani's pitching performance. The emotional connection between Ohtani and Rortvedt, displayed through that tight embrace and the personal selection of a jersey number, suggests that this partnership could become one of the most productive in baseball. The confirmation of Ohtani's return to pitching duties represents a major milestone in his recovery and rehabilitation process. Dodgers fans have been eagerly waiting to see their superstar back on the mound, and that moment is now just days away. The decision to make Dalton Rushing a reserve player, while disappointing for some, demonstrates the difficult choices organizations must make when managing multiple talented players at the same position.